Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 3. Last time we finished off the first two levels of World 1, and I know I went over all this crazy stuff that no one probably even cared about, but now it is time to finally press on. So I mean, we could go to the next level, but there is this little house in the middle of the lake here, so let's get on this kind of path here and go on to the island. And here we have more of the bear guys, who I said we'd be talking to quite a few times throughout the game. And he has a shell collection coming along. And he also has a banana bird trapped inside of a cage. So pretty much, where the heck have we seen a shell before? Maybe we have to head back to that store that we saw way back. I guess I was going to say way back, at the beginning. I guess it was really only, a couple of minutes ago, technically. Although it was still in the last part. So we need to go buy that shell, take it to him, and trade it for that banana bird. So that is just kind of a quick demonstration right there of, how these kind of bears are going to impact the game, where sometimes you need to buy things from them, sometimes you need to trade them for other things, sometimes you need to, do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Anyway, I believe we should have enough coins now. 5. I think it was 5, so where the heck is the shell from? At 5 coins, we have exactly enough coins. What a coincidence, I swear that, just kind of luckily happened. That also adds the dialogue, so who owns the castle? Although he doesn't tell us for 2 coins. The funny part, I'm saving for swing. That people won't even know what the heck that is yet. Get the 500 rupees instead. Okay, so pretty much, yeah, we got lucky. We had exactly enough coins. But yeah, the funny part is, I don't believe there's actually any way to kind of, look around. No, see, I pressed start like as if it was Super Mario World, so you could look around the map. Yeah, it's not even really obvious that there's a castle on this map yet, so kind of spoilers for the future. He tells you some really useless information if you pay him 2 coins, so I'm probably never going to worry about that. So the next time we're going to see that guy is when we have 50 coins for the mirror, but that will not be for a little while. But in the meantime, we can go back to this place here, and we can take this shell all of the way around this kind of loop here. Why didn't you just jump off the dock? I don't think that water is going to hurt you from that high up. So we go to this guy's island once again, and we can trade him the shell that we bought. As you saw, it went to kind of the top inventory up there. So if we trade him the shell, he will let the bird go, and that will add to our total, our banana bird total. So it kind of flies away. And yeah, he is happy, and we will never have to come and visit this guy again. So that's pretty much it. Usually there's kind of chains, like sometimes when you have to trade an item to someone, who you have to trade it to someone else, and then you give it to someone, and they'll usually give you a banana bird, or it gives you some kind of other service, which results in, progressing through the game. So, we could go to level, but don't forget to look for secrets on the overworld. Every single world has these 2 things. A cave with a banana bird in it, and one of the bear brothers. If you do not find both of these things on an overworld map, and you have made it all the way to the end of that world, you know that you missed them somewhere, so definitely go back and check it out. But here we have Smuggler's Cove. Let's see if I can remember this button sequence. Okay, Y, X, X, Y, because of X. So there we go. And another banana bird. That takes us up to, I think it's like 3 now. Yeah, it should be 3. We got 1 from the first cave, 1 from the guy, and then 1 from the second cave. So like I said, always look out for things like that in each world. There's always a cave with a banana bird and always a bear who will have some kind of event that you need to take care of. But enough of the the kind of new stuff that was added in to take up your time. Let's get back to the platforming action in Tidal Trouble. Let's see what the heck we have going on here. This is another boardwalk level, and man, I wonder where the barrel was that we have to destroy this guy with. I wonder if you can do that though. Oh, it didn't kill him, unless because me getting hit by me hitting him with Dixie kind of wrecked it. Because you can't throw him off the wall, and he will kill enemies, but yeah, you can't kind of completely break the game by using him instead of a steel barrel. That's kind of funny. Although actually that does bring up a point that I will show in just a second, so we can do that, get that. If you do throw him against the wall as Dixie, like this, you can actually jump on him and ride him just like a steel barrel, which is kind of funny, but I don't usually use that technique too much, so let's just jump over here. So we might as well get some bananas instead of just cheating across the water with Kiddy Kong. We could swim under there, but does not seem to be beneficial in the slightest. Here we have a fish guy. They kind of like Donkey Kong's version of Cheep Cheeps. They will appear various times in throughout the game. Also, this guy right here, if he had run into us, he actually wouldn't have hurt us. He just would have kind of pushed us back, just like that. And yeah, so basically you can set barrels down. actually pick them up by holding down and pressing Y. If you do not want to, kind of use them at that moment. But this guy, is kind of useless. Just get rid of him somewhere. Also, here is On Guard, the swordfish guy. This guy has been in every single Donkey Kong Country game since the first. Although, I mean, I guess you can't. I don't think he was in Donkey Kong Country Returns, was he? Man, because there was no really water levels in Donkey Kong Country Returns. I think, yeah, Rambi was definitely in it. Don't think On Guard was. But anyway, so here we have the first time that we've actually transformed into kind of an animal. Instead of just, kind of using them with the normal Kongs. So whenever you find a box with an animal inside it, you will just kind of use them along with the Kongs. But whenever you find a barrel with an animal on it, you will actually transform into them. And that kind of, changes a few things. But overall, I think that's the bonus game we just did. So don't need to worry too much about that. Unfortunately, we didn't really get to use On Guard for too long, but overall, it was still good. There's the checkpoint barrel, which hasn't really been demonstrated yet, since I haven't died yet. I don't even know if I've taken damage yet. Huh. How long can Andrew make it without getting hurt? Now that I've said that, I'm sure it will be about 5 seconds before we take our first hit. Don't you worry. Here we have Red Cheap... I honestly almost called them Cheap Cheeps. That swim back and forth. I actually honestly kind of forget their actual name, which is kind of silly of me. Also, we have this guy here. We can hit with this guy here. We have K-O-N-N. And if we proceed on... over that guy. Oh, yes, okay. Oh, darn, but I killed those guys. No! I completely forgot that you needed to do that. You are going to have to use Kiddy Kong to bounce across the water to get up there. A very tricky tactic indeed. I believe if you time it right, you can also fly over there with Dixie, but I kind of completely forgot that I was going to need to do that. So, when you miss an item like a bonus barrel, that means that you will need to replay the entire level just to get it. Luckily, though, unlike in games like, New Super Mario Brothers, after you get a bonus coin, you do not need to continue on to the end of the level in order for it to be kind of, oh, no, I'm not going to get the end with Dixie. I'm sorry. All of the flags must be blue. No, so pretty much after you get an item in this level, you can feel free to quit at any time, and it will be remembered. You don't need to, kind of beat the level. Anyway, blue flag right there, but unfortunately we have some unfinished business. See, as you can see, the blue flag is kind of just like drooping down there. It's not, blowing in the wind like the other two of them are. So that indicates that we did not find all the bonus games, of course, so we will go into this level and get that. Okay, so there. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So now we have this bonus barrel here. And we have Bash the Baddies. Is this the first bonus game where we are required to kill all of the enemies? It may be. We're going to just bounce along there. Don't even stop to, grab the rope again. And there we go, up to 6 bonus coins. And now, like I said, don't feel the need to beat the level. Just start, select your way out of this thing. And there you go, level complete. Next up is Skidda's Row. And this is going to be the first snow level of the game. And this has awesome music. I really like the music in all of the Donkey Kong Country games. I would, almost any Rare game, I would say has, one of the most fantastic soundtracks I've ever heard. Of course, Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, 3, all really, really, really good games with really awesome music. It's bizarre because in the Game Boy Advance remakes, they kind of left the music alone for the first 2 games, but in the 3rd game, they completely redid the soundtrack, and, I mean, the songs in it aren't bad, but I really like the soundtrack from the Super Nintendo version, so even if the songs are good, I kind of always tend to not enjoy it as much, because when I see the levels, I'm always like, okay, it should have this music, because I'm so used to the Super Nintendo kind of soundtrack. But I don't know, what soundtrack do you like most if you played both the Donkey Kong Country 3 games for both, Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance? Since I've played so much the Super Nintendo one, it just tends to be the soundtrack I like most. Even though, the Game Boy Advance one's soundtrack definitely still is good, but it just feels weird hearing, the levels that I know so well with music that's so different. But yeah, so it's just kind of my thing about the Donkey Kong Country Game Boy Advance games. Overall, I would always prefer to play them on the Super Nintendo, just because I think it looks better, and I think they sound better. But of course, I mean, if you're out of the house, and you have no other choice, grab the Game Boy Advance ones. They are pretty fun. Like I said, they all have new features too. Like sometimes new levels. Like Donkey Kong Country 3 on the Game Boy Advance actually has an entirely new world, which is not in this game, and that actually causes a few things to change. Like there's some new items that aren't in this game. There's A new boss, and a few other things are changed around, but overall I definitely, you know, I had to play the Super Nintendo version just because it's the version I like most. But definitely check out the Game Boy Advance version if you haven't. There's some interesting differences there. Do we have anything behind the end? No, we do not. And yeah, I kind of just ran through that level while talking. Level complete! Okay, and there you go. All of the items in that one. Yeah, I'm sorry, I did not talk about that level at all. But next up, we have Murky Mill. And this is obviously going to be another mill level. There's a lot more variety in later worlds as far as levels go. I mean, what have we seen? 2 boardwalk levels, 2 mill levels, and the snow level. Yeah, later on, you'll start to see a lot of new things, especially, you know, kind of the next world. A lot more new themes will start to become apparent. But here we have another barrel to turn us into Ellie. So like I said, since it's a barrel and not a box, you actually transform into that partner. And as you can see in the bottom left, that kind of indicates just how many times you can be hit. So if the face is there, you can it means that you can take an extra hit. But if there's no face there, it means that 1 hit and you are dead. Alright, let's bounce along here. Let's jump on you. Yeah, overall, I've always liked the atmosphere of these levels. You know, it's kind of like old dank mill. Basically, one of the big things about this level is the rats. If Ellie sees a rat in the light like that, she will instantly be sent running in the opposite direction. So you kind of have to destroy them like that so that you can proceed on. That doesn't play a very big part in this game. It's kind of in this level, and it's kind of in like one other level, and I think that's it. Also, I believe if we go up there, we will be able to get a bear coin. I'm afraid I'm forgetting that there's something else up there. So we're just going to run all the way back and get this barrel, just to make sure I am not missing anything. Let's see. Okay, is there something? Okay, wow, okay, a green balloon. I'm sorry, that is better than a simple bear coin. Also, there's the K and the O. And let this head down here. I'll make sure I'm not missing anything. The trick here is this one, like, I guess it's dark, but you know, light enough that Ellie can see. But as long as the rat is not in the light, you can kind of approach it without needing to worry. So that one needs to kind of just jump on the edge there. Here we need to jump over this guy who's clearly hiding something underneath of a door. And let's see. Bonus game time. Bash the baddies. What are we going to have to do this time? We need to grab the barrels. We just kind of need to kill all of them on this merry-go-round of buzzes here. Nothing too difficult there. Just have to time that final one right, because it can be kind of tricky without the other ones to guide you along. And yeah, that was that. Let's see. Steel barrels usually indicate that coin is around. You know, the guy who gives you the DK coin. But not always. But you know, just kind of something that makes you think of when you see it. And they even give you another one there. Like, they could have at least made you have to run back and get the other one, making it a bit too easy here, guys. But basically, if you hold up when you throw something, it will cause it to, you know, be thrown higher than usual instead of being thrown more horizontal. So in that case there, you wanted to, you know, hold up while you threw it. So I have to make sure there's nothing hidden in that corner there. I knew there definitely wasn't a bonus. Whoa, 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 okay, okay. First damage of the game, and there are some very important points to be pointed out here. So basically, what I should have done is I should have killed that rat before trying to jump over the buzz. I kind of completely didn't realize that the rat was there. Secondly, red buzzes cannot be killed with anything except TNT barrels and I believe invincibility barrels. Anything else will not kill them. Unlike green buzzes, which can be killed with pretty much anything except being jumped on. So I mean, you can kill it with any barrel, any animal friend. Actually, not any animal friend. I mean, I guess Ellie can't jump on it. I'm actually thinking of, I guess, the second game where you could use some of the animal friends to jump on top of things. You know, like Rambi could be used to jump on top of singers, but I don't believe Ellie can. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Ellie's kind of really useless compared to Rambi. Just kind of have to throw that out there. This one here, I guess I could go back and get the steel barrel, unless I'm missing something. Oh, there's this barrel. How did I miss that before? There we go. Another puzzle solved. So we have the N. This one we kind of just need to hold Y, which is something I showed in the first level. To grab that barrel there. And I guess we can grab another one just in case we need it. And let's see, we can go right or we can go left. Left looks like a secret. And yes, there's one of those invisible barrels I was talking about. Where it's just kind of not really obvious that anything is there until you run into it. And pulling that steel barrel along will cause that to die and will cause the bonus game to be there. And then you just need to find the coin. Like I said, taking any damage in a bonus game will instantly end it, even if I had 2 hits. So that was really a demonstration there. But yeah, so let's actually go and do this the correct way. Like that. So even if you only have 1 hit left, you will not die if you take damage in a bonus game, which is very good. So let's see. And man, Ellie has a pretty big hitbox, I have to admit. And I'm kind of just, you know, not trying my hardest, I suppose. Let's actually put effort into it this time. Okay, so we need to find the coin. Yes, we know. Alright, what is the plan? That's easy. That's easy, and that was overall pretty easy, but you know Andrew's motto, if it's not complicated, make it complicated. Alright, so let's grab this. This guy cannot be killed, so I'm guessing we probably need to take this barrel to the other side, although I accidentally ran into him. And let's see, there's two of them. That one can easily be jumped on. This guy can jump on, this guy can jump on. G was easy enough to get. And, okay, what do I want to do here? Looks like I want to wait for this moment, hit you, well, both at the same time. Bear coin, oh no! I don't have Kitty Kong! A pink flag is going to plague my beautiful overworld map. I'm just kidding, there's nothing wrong with pink. I just wanted to see how long I could go without having to, you know, do a color other than Kitty Kong. But anyway, that is that. And here we have Swanky's Sideshow. Swanky's Sideshow is hidden inside of, well, not necessarily hidden. One of these is located inside of every world, and if we go to them, we will be able to play a mini-game where we can win either coins or bananas. And so yeah, I guess I'll probably do it just to kind of show you how it works. But overall, they're not something we're going to be visiting very often. It's easier to just go into levels and get bananas and coins. But yeah, so pretty much you have to spend 2 coins for that, and there are a couple of different ones here. Actually, just for fun, every time I find a new Swanky's kind of bonus game area, we will try a new kind of game. The first one, I guess, on the list is head-to-head. So for this kind of encounter, we will be trying this out. And so in this bonus game, we are going to be facing Cranky Kong. That is how it works. In all of the games, you have to face him, and you kind of have to beat him. And if you do, then you will, you know, get prizes. Cranky Kong does not have like his own place to go to in this game, unlike in all of the other games, where you know you visit Cranky's arcade and Cranky's, you know, kind of random house. And yeah, pretty much what you need to do here is you just need to keep hitting the target so that the kind of red dot on the right goes to the side in your favor. You kind of move left to right, you press B to throw the ball, and I kind of need to brush up on my carnival game skills. I'm not super up for this. Let's see. Yeah! There we go. Took you down. And he... How does that even work? Throw up at the upper screen. No screen looking. And there you go. For that, we get some bananas and some coins. So, I mean, it's not a... Like, when you look at it, you pay 2 coins to play, so you're really only winning 2 coins back. Which isn't super great. I mean, there's levels that will be easy enough to run into, get coins, start select, and just do it again and again. If you really need to get money. Overall, money is not going to be an issue too later in the game. I mean, once we just start, you know, if we play the game normally, we will eventually find enough money that buying things will not be an issue. But to end off this video, I believe you're going to fight the boss of this world, and that is Belcha's Barn. And yeah, the first boss, it's not a difficult boss, but it's boss. Okay, let's switch to you. What do you want to do with this boss? Jump on the barrels, pick up these guys, throw them in his mouth. Don't screw up like I just did. And jump, there you go, throw it like that. And just like his name suggests, he does a massive belch and it pushes him back. Basically, the danger of this boss is that if you go too far to the left, he will push you off the edge, but you need to throw these into his mouth in order to push him back. And let's see how far back will that send him. If you do it perfectly, it will only require 2 kind of, you know, burps to knock him back far enough, but because I screwed up the first throw. It took 3, but I mean, man, still the easiest boss ever. And usually defeating a boss will net you a bonus coin, which takes us up to 11. And after that, a cannon comes out of nowhere, fires us back to the overworld map, which is kind of cool. And there you go, the first world down, and the flag there indicates that we have found every single bonus coin and every single DK coin in World 1. I don't believe there's any indication to indicate if you have gotten all of the banana birds. You just kind of need to remember yourself. Did I find the cave, and did I kind of accomplish the Bear Brothers' requests? And if not, then you may have to try backtrack to this world. But I believe there's no reason to ever visit World 1 again. Actually, that's a lie. That's a massive lie. I'm not going to say anything about that until a little bit into the future, but next time up, we are going to be traveling to the Kremwood Forest, so hopefully everyone is looking forward to that. So thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time for more Donkey Kong Country 3, so thanks, and see you then!